I'm the dude. So that's what you call me, you know? That or his dudeness or duder or, you know, El Duderino.
We had a 24 hours race in France near Bordeaux in the middle of summer, which means temperatures were very, very high, even during night. Now, I had a night stint, like for 1 hour between 2 and 3 or 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. And suddenly I felt that the controller started to scratch. It was not that easy going anymore, and I just noticed that it started to scratch, and I had no idea why. So what do? You call your team manager, 3 o'clock in the morning. He was up all 24 hours, always doing maintenance, or in case anything was missing. He was really, or he is really, one of the good ones. So I screamed on my driver's stand for my team manager, and he showed up, and he said, "What's wrong?" And I said, I don't know, the controller starts to scratch, and it's not working that smooth anymore. And he was looking at me for like 5 seconds, and then he said, "Hold the controller away from your body." And I was going like, what's he talking about? 3 o'clock in the morning, and he wants me to hold the controller away from the body? What's he mean? And he just said, "Trust me, it'll go away." So what do? You trust your team boss. I held it away, and like after 2 minutes, the scratching started to go away, and the controller felt smooth again, and like before, and like it should be. So I was really, really astonished. So of course, after that hour, I came down from the driver's stand. I went right to my team boss and said, "Now, what was it? You figured it out so quickly. What was the problem? Why did it start to scratch? And why do you know it would go away?" And he said, "Very simple, just by looking at you. You were holding the controller close to your body, and you were sweating so much that sweat drops kept dripping from your chin into the controller, and that's what caused the scratching, the salt of your sweat. So if you just hold the controller away from your body, you would drip not into the controller, but away from it. And so that's how it turned out." Man, an unbelievable story even to me, believe me.
I got a pit. I don't think so. We're busy now. You're what? We are eating ice cream. Ice cream? Give me some of that.
And here is a new chapter to Slot Racers Yarn, which is funny stories out of motorsport or from motorsport history. Now, many of you might remember this car. It's the IMSA Audi GTO. Audi participated in the IMSA series in 1989, trying to get into the American market. So they thought the best idea would be to go into racing. One of their main drivers in the IMSA series was the German driver Hans-Joachim Stuck, who was always in for a good banter, always in for a good laugh, always making jokes wherever he could, and always trying to get the fun part in racing in as well. So the Audis did out pretty well, and as the banter went on in the boxes and within the drivers, the American drivers came up with a bumper sticker that you can see here with his face on and crossed out with a red line. Now, of course, Hans-Joachim Stuck noticed that right away. So he went up to his mechanics and said, "Get me a small puppet, fix it in the rear window, and attach it to a switch on my dashboard." And this is what the puppet looked like. This is a real photo of the Audi IMSA GTO from Hans-Joachim Stuck. So every time he overtook a driver that had this bumper sticker with his face on it, with crossed out, this would happen when he overtook the other cars. Of course, that was a big laugh. And in the end, Audi won the IMSA series this year with the outcome that, of course, four-wheel driven cars were forbidden in IMSA after that. And don't forget, that was a 5-cylinder turbo car.
And now for something completely different.
When you're driving a 24 hours race digital, you come to a point where you meet an opponent that is as fast as you are. He's on the side lane next to you, and you're racing for like minutes side by side, but you just can't find an advantage to pass or to be faster than him, and he's got the same problem. He's got exactly the same problem. So what do? It's all up here if this or this doesn't work anymore. So we found out if you go like minutes side by side, you know the breaking point of your opponent that is right next to you by heart then. You know exactly where he's gonna put on the brakes, where he's gonna accelerate, because you did this for minutes and minutes going back and forth, but you just can't seem to overtake. So we found out, test and trial, that if there is like a long straight and you're side by side, you know the breaking point of your opponent and you know yours. So what we came up with is a long straight, and when you've had enough and you just want to be on your own and you want to overtake him, you just brake a meter or half a meter before you used to. And the result will be that your opponent goes like, what the hell is going on? And he's gonna fly off. 8 out of 10 times it worked. So it's all up here if this or this doesn't work anymore.
Slotcar family, if you like what you've seen, don't forget to press that like button. Press that cowbell if you want to subscribe to the channel, which would be highly appreciated as it helps the channel a lot. Don't forget to comment, share, tell others, and as always with Slotcar Dude, don't forget, there is more to come.